Welcome or welcome back to the 8th concession. My name is Natalie. Well, I'm about to do a project today that I've been putting off for a little while just because I've been so busy, but I'm very excited to do it today. And it's the reason I'm standing here by my Jerusalem artichokes, which are starting to bloom and they're so pretty. And that is, I'm finally going to get around to making a flower press. Now, I've missed some of the wildflowers that grow around here this year, but I'm still in time to get some, and I want to press them so I can make some beautiful pictures afterwards and just preserve the beauty that is here on the 8th concession in the summertime. So Craig is going to give me a hand with some of the construction part of it, and then I'm going to put it all together and start pressing. Well, you might notice that there's been a big change in the Jerusalem artichokes, and that's been because there's been a bit of a break in the filming of this video. Just after I filmed the last bit, I actually threw my back out. I've never done that before. 1 star, would not recommend. It was extremely painful. I'm not even really sure how I did it. It's not like I fell or anything, but my back just started aching, and before I knew it, I could barely walk. It was crazy, and it took a few days before I could even get mobile again. So the project with the flower press was put on hold, but I'm back now. It's another beautiful day, although it's a bit later. It's not quite so summery, it's not quite so warm. And you can see that the Jerusalem artichokes have just burst into bloom. I am running out of even more time to get some flowers pressed before fall and winter take over, but there are still some, and I want to get this project done. It was so close, so I'm going to go back in the slug hut today. Now that the construction is finished on my flower press, I'm going to paint it, put the posts in, cut some cardboard and newspaper and paper towel, and start pressing. Now the fun part. Let's go collect some flowers to press. We'll see if anything is still blooming here in September, Southern Ontario, Zone 5B. I do see a few here. Of course, we have our Jerusalem artichokes, which I'm going to take some of because they're gorgeous. Then we have these little tiny daisy things here. I'm pretty sure the purple ones around here, well, my British mother-in-law will call them Michaelmas daisies, but I think they're just called English daisies. These little white ones will be lovely. What else can we find? Some of my roses are still blooming, which is crazy in September. I don't know how well they'll press, but I guess I can experiment. Don't want to take too many of them. I can see the honeybees are still working away there today. I don't know what this is, but it looks pretty. And how can I not take this beautiful red maple leaf? I see some ferns here. They would look great. There's another kind of fern right there, spindly. I think I'll grab that one too. These are interesting. Wonder what they'd be like pressed. I think I'm going to snack on a raspberry or two on my way by. Some of my perennial sweet peas would be nice. And maybe one of my double rows of Sharons. See how that will press. So pretty. I thought I'd be too late for all the thistles, but I see one left. Now if I can get it without pricking myself. Well, surprisingly, there were still some pretty flowers left this season now. I'd like to do one picture over the winter when they're pressed of just the native wildflowers here on the 8th concession. So I'll save the rose and the rose of Sharon and the perennial sweet peas for a different picture of just beautiful flowers. But I do love the native flowers that are here. So I'm going to go see if that's dry and start pressing. So it's all done. Now I've tightened the wing nuts as far as they would go. You can see how thin it has compressed together. And in, I'd say 2 or 3 weeks, I'm going to undo it and see how they turned out. Probably in a week or so, I'm going to check the wing nuts to see if I can tighten them a bit more as the flowers dry. But it is so nice to be saving a little bit of this very short season here, some of the prettiness of summer, so that in the middle of winter when the snow is flying, I can do a pretty craft, make some sort of wall hanging. I haven't decided exactly yet what I want to do with them all, but definitely a picture. And I'll probably actually use some of them to decorate the top of my flower press, so it's not just the painted. That's going to be great. So I'm going to leave the dimensions that I used, although you can make the wood part any size you want. But I will leave the dimensions I used and the size of the carriage bolts down below so that you can make your own flower press and save a little bit of summer through the winter. Bye for now.